Alright, good evening. Good evening, my friends. Hello, hello. What was Drua doing here an hour early? And Uter Struder. I don't know what you guys were doing earlier, but I saw you. Kodabra, hello. One Drunk Man. Real TGR. Very Thoggy. Funzy, hello. Keith. Hello. Zosco TV, hello, hello. Hinker, hello, hello. Kiazo. Pogert. Hello, hello. I just finished a 4-hour long video series that shows my friends what I found out about fusion and keyboard design. What a task. That sounds
Migo first, Migo Poggers.
Oddly difficult and kind of annoying to do. But yeah, that's a lot of work. I'll be kind of interested in the sense that I don't know too much about fusion or keyboard design, I think. Goonit, hello. Classic Patty, hello. Mr. Cute, hello. Soy Kakaroto, hola. Hi. Violet Auntie, hello, hello. Nice t-shirt. Yeah. You see that? Unicorn t-shirt. I always have it open next to Discord. Oh my god. So weird, man. Weird. Fuego, hello. How's it going? 28 months, thank you. Hello, hello. Alright. I mean, you want the link? Just want this to be public or anything? Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? I'll watch it, I guess on my free time. Not sure when, but sometime. What's wrong with having Chatterino open 24/7? I don't know. You can ask other people. What's wrong with that? I don't know though. All right. So as it says on the description and the title, we are building a TGR 910 V2 ME. And as you might already know, if you don't, well, welcome. And so the TGR slash V sorry. The TGR ME editions are basically a series of boards that are being sold by Monokei as an in-stock raffle. In other words, you enter a raffle through the koi system in this case, I believe. And once you enter, you get selected. And afterwards, if you get selected, you are allowed to check out. And once you check out, your board ships within a week or so. But yeah, so you're it's an in-stock raffle, so they're in-stock pieces. And so last time we did a TGR Jane ME version, V2 ME version, and now we have the 65% version of these in-stock sales. And that's the 910. If you don't know the TGR 910, there have been several iterations of them over the years. I believe the first one was like in 2015 or 2016. But there's like the 910 and the 910 CE. The SE was simultaneous as the 910, the original one. It's just like a friends and family designation. And there are some other ones like the polycarbonate one, which is the RE, and some aluminum RE ones as well. But anyway, and now there's like the more recent one was the GAF one, and there's a few other collaborations here and there. But you know, I don't know all the details, so don't ask me all those questions. But I know a little bit, just as much as I think most people would know. So yeah. So let's get to it. Alright, so it comes in this blue Monokei Kapan. Was it the first 65%? Probably not. Probably not. It's not like the 65% has not been known for a long time. The 65% has been around for a long time. I would hardly argue that was the first 65%. It may have been the first corner blocker 65%, yes. So in other words, all of these corner blocker 65% are really derivatives of the 910 in my opinion. But some people disagree, some people agree, but I think every corner blocker 65% is basically a 910 derivative. So yeah, let's get to it. Can you compare it to the GAF? Yes, I do have a GAF edition 910, so we can compare. Except I cannot compare it built because I don't have a GAF 910 built. So I can only compare, you know, the case pieces. That's about it. Alright, let's get to it though. Gonna put this Philco aside for a bit. Santiago Bedoya, hey bro, how you doing? Love your work, thank you so much. Thank you. Alright, so we have some switches here. These are some Gateron X switches, Lube with 2.5 and with, I think Deskeys films is right. We have some wires here that go with these stabs. So we have some stabies. Then we have accessories. So we have our spudger, our bump-ons, O-ring. We have a sticker here. We have a cloth, just a microfiber cloth. So we're gonna wipe it out or whatever. But or you can also wrap your keyboard in the cloth, which is nice. Then there's the cloth. Alright. Then there is the PCB, which is a MNK 65 from, I believe this is from Kopibang, I think. Does it say? Yes, there's the logo. Alright. I assume we won't be seeing O-ring today since it's screw-ins. Oh yeah. I could switch to clip-ins if you guys really want an O-ring. I didn't plan on doing it initially, but we can switch to it if you guys want. I should have some clip-ins around, so. Alright, so here's the board. Open the Kaban. Kaban closed. Set it aside. Do the clip-in toothpicks really make a huge difference? The only difference it makes is basically a quality of life improvement. In other words, that if you are taking out keycaps from the stabilizers may pop out because, well, there's, you know, nothing holding them back from popping out, so they can pop out. That's basically the bottom line. So no, it makes no difference as far as the build is concerned, but it makes a difference when you get frustrated that the keycap pulled your stabilizer out at the same time. That is frustrating, but it's just a quality of life thing, so yeah. Alright, so we get the plastic cover for the weight, I think, which I already touched, so it's probably smudged already because I'm a pro streamer. Alright, so this is the TGR 910 ME. So it is different from prior iterations of the 910. In other words, first of all, the most obvious difference is that it is USB-C port centered. The second most obvious difference is the weight in the back. The TGR 910 has never been angled at the back. This has the typical back, like angled back, that is very similar to the Jane V2. And of course, the weight here is polished stainless steel and has a very large TGR logo on it. Engraved. Looks very clean, very nice. And the unit is silver and soft blue back. Just like the V2 ME. Alright, cool. So it comes with a polycarbonate plate, stock. And the badge is also an aluminum piece, as you can see. It is a soft blue aluminum piece that goes in there. We will check out the internals shortly, so no need to feel too desperate about it. Yeah. Alright, so let's open this up first, I guess. Alright, so the first thing I should probably do is put the bump-ons on. Did they tell you if you can keep the Jane ME? For now, yeah, I have it. I have it with me. And yeah, I assume I'm probably keeping it on you know, indefinitely. Not that it really matters, but yeah. I've always loved the look of the 910. Was one of my dream boards early in the hobby. I see. Yeah, actually my first entry for a TGR board was for the 910 CE. I was not around for the 910, the original 910. I did not know about custom keyboards back then. But I was around for the 910 CE, and I remember I did not make it through the first come first serve. I was a little too slow, maybe just a few seconds too slow. So it got a little frustrating in that regard because it was first come first serve, and you know, you tried and you didn't make it, so it is frustrating, but it is what it is. What's the colorway for the red green clacks? What red? Where is the red? That's not red. That's orange. That's hack orange. That should be drunken. That should be gummy rod, and that should be radioactive. Pretty sure. All right. So bump ons are on. So first, what you want to do is locate where the little cutouts for the spudger are, and here I see them on the right rather than on the left. So we're gonna use our spudger here and lift it from the right. It's always a little bit of a challenge because of sometimes the spudger is not quite sharp, but there we go. We got it. There it is. Backing is off. Gaff comparison. We'll get there later. We'll do things one by one. We'll get there later though. Alright, so that's that. And then the next thing we want to do is remove the back weight, which appears to be Torx screws. So I'm gonna guess that's either T6 or T8. I think that's T8. Can you put this board on your fridge? I don't know. My fridge is so far away. I cannot test it right now, but maybe. Oh. Oops. Screwdriver size. Come on. There we go. Alright. So that's off. And then we take out our weight here. Alright. Are the magnets holding the screws? Not anymore. But if the screws are magnetized, then yeah, I guess the magnets would attract them. Alright, then open up the case. Do you ever clean factory lube before applying your own? I feel like it makes a little difference. I personally don't, because I'm a lazy person. So I don't. Some people do, some people don't. I'm kind of lazy, so I don't, generally speaking. I can't bother, to be honest. You're doing the keyboard for someone? I'm doing the keyboard on behalf of Monokei. You could say that. And the designer. I kept pinching my fingers on my Jane ME. Oh, from the back weight, Avi. Interested in seeing if this Toblerone will cut veggies as well. I don't think it's that sharp, actually. I don't think this one's that sharp. It's sharp, but not extremely sharp. TGR sounds like an up-and-coming designer. I see potential. Yeah, great potential. Great potential. They've done a lot of cool collabs. So they're going up there in the keyboard game, I think. All right, so the bottom piece is out. This is what it looks like. Wait, is this focusing at all? Yeah, okay. There it is. Could you please explain the purpose of stab pads? Do you use them? I personally don't, but basically yes, it is a form of dampening when you bottom out on the stabs. So in other words, it makes your bottoming out slightly quieter and a bit more cushioned. I personally like the stabs as they are, so I personally don't use stab pads or band-aid mod anymore. There was a time I did actually, maybe back in like 2017 I used to do it, but I realized I actually don't like the feeling of the dampened like stabilizers, so I don't do it. But yeah. Oh, I think that's the wrong size actually. T8, that's the right size. Silver, it's so hot right now. Silver is nice. So as you can see, this is a 7-point top mount keyboard plate, or you know, the plate is mounted to the top piece. So top mount, 7 points, and there's 4 at the top, and then 3 at the bottom. As you can see, this is different. If you know the original 910, the original 910 uses 8 points, and they're symmetrical. So wherever the top one is, the bottom one is there. So there's like 8 points for mounting the plate. And this one, it's the first one's symmetrical, but then the other ones aren't. So yeah. All right, so there's our polycarbonate plate. Oh, Skewed, hello. How's it going, my friend? How are you? And here's the top piece. The top piece is rather simple. It's just a rectangular aluminum piece. It does have some alignment pins here for the top and bottom piece to go in.
What the fuck is up, hello?
Easily. Hello, Nacho, what's up? What is up? 17 months, buddy, thank you. How are you? And the badge here is also removable, so I can technically remove it. So for example, if I, you know, just grab a screwdriver here. I think this one should do. You can actually remove the badge. So the badge is just an aluminum piece. Pretty simple. So you can actually leave the badge completely uncovered if you want. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Santiago Bedoya, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Double Prime. How do you do that? Was it just like lag? Also, Limited Switchworks, hello. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Are there any difference in sound between Frosta and Clear PC? No, probably not. Most likely not. Is that polycarb plate really flexible? I mean, it's as flexible as all polycarb plates are. So decently flexible. Yeah. Alright, so I don't think there really is much else to say about the case itself. I think it's kind of self-explanatory, so I'll just probably leave it at that for now. I guess for science, we can take the GAF 910 and disassemble it. and you guys can maybe see it, and then that way I don't have to do it later. So. Ugh. Alright, so 1.6 millimeter plate thickness. Yeah, this is just a regular 1.6 millimeter plate. No, plates are 1.5 millimeters, and PCB is what you probably are talking about. Yes, that's a regular thickness PCB, which is 1.6. Plates are normally 1.5 millimeter thick though. Alright, so this is so I'm just gonna leave this alone. So this is the 910 GAF 910 I have for somebody else. This is not mine. So I'm just gonna kind of like show you guys what it looks like and kind of like open it up. And we can look at the internals if you guys want to compare, and that's about it. Matrix made the GAF ones? Yes, I believe so. 1.6 millimeter plates are technically within spec. Yeah, that is actually true. All right. Okay, so I guess the quick comparison here is first of all that the 910 ME uses a magnetic backplate. Right? You can just quickly attach like that. Right? I'm just not letting go on purpose here, but basically it's a magnetic backplate. And the 910 GAF edition uses screws to attach the backplate. Another thing that is very obvious here as a difference, I actually will show you here, is that the GAF 910 has the USB port on the angled Toblerone piece because there is a daughter board that is attached here to the bottom piece, right?
Chico lindo.
Hola chico lindo. Dennis, hello, how are you doing, dude? It's been a while. The OG janitor. Anyway, what's up, Dennis? How you doing? So yeah, so this is the USB port for the GAF edition one, and on the 910 ME, it's actually on the case. So that's something to note, is because on the ME, just like the original 910, the USB port is on the PCB itself. Okay, so next thing. Bump ons, obvious difference. This uses circular bump ons. This uses these elongated semi-cylindrical bump ons. Screws, these are hex, those are Torx. Doing well, Omega busy with school and life as usual. I mean, that sounds about right, yeah. Is the GAF back piece compatible with the 910 ME? I actually don't know. Maybe? I assume there are these screw holes here which probably do fit. So I'm gonna say yes. You can probably. Oh, actually no. You couldn't. You can't. No, you can't because of the corners. The corners are different sizes. And also yeah. So they're located at different. The corners are different here. The screw holes do match, but the outline won't. So yeah. So you could technically have a back piece made of this dimension. You could actually take the back piece of the ME, measure it, and make a back plate that can screw down instead. I mean, all you have to do is make a back piece, make a back plate that's the same thickness, right? So it is doable in that regard, at least. You know? Same for JMV2ME and JMV2C. Yep. Alright, so that's the back plate here for the GAF edition one. Alright. These screws are actually super tight. Need to be careful about not stripping anything. Or you could cast it in resin and make a cool artisan back piece. That is also true. The accent weight size also seems bigger on the gaff. On the gaff, yes. That is probably adjusted due to the artwork. It's because of the size of the artwork is big enough that I think it was probably adjusted for the artwork. Azzy Keycaps, hello, Mr. Eduardo, I think that's right. Hello, hello. All right, so now we remove this back piece here. So the weight here, as you can see, the Toblerone, they are of the same length as you can see, but the screw holes aren't. They don't match. That makes sense because this one has to account for the cutout of the daughter board, and also the you know, the location of the magnets and all that stuff probably. So yeah. So this over the gaff. Sorry, I guess I should flip it around. This for the gaff and that's for the ME. So. Less stainless steel, not premium enough. Wait, so are you saying that this one's the fake one? Yeah. Alright, next. Yes. You got GAF 910? This one isn't mine, but I did get one, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna just open up the other one. Oh, main difference that you can obviously see here is, first of all, that the bottom piece of the ME is thicker than the one on the no, sorry, the top piece is rather different because the top piece has a seam in the middle here on the ME. The ME has a seam right down the middle, and this one is seamless, so the top piece is more like a cover, right? So the top piece shape is completely different. Is what I should say. But yeah. Yeah. The real one has a symmetrical tabs on the plate. The real OG experience. And just to confirm, do the 910ME and GAF have the same plate? That's exactly what we're about to confirm, right? Wait, did this have the plate on? Yeah, that has a plate on, so we can check. Real 910 had the blocker and the 1 key. Oh man, that one's hilarious. Alright, so next thing is I'm gonna take the top piece off here. And obviously you can see that. Alright, let's compare the bottom pieces first. I'm a little scared, hold on. Kind of just want to like put it down first. There we go. So there are differences, very apparent. Differences, first of all, is that the cutouts for the O-ring support is different. It's differently placed. They are differently placed on these two units, right? Yes. So you can see how the O-ring pillar on the ME here and here are not directly across from the one above, whereas here They are also not, but they are in different positions, horizontally speaking. Right? You can see that, right? And yes, the O-ring pillars are bigger on the ME. Alright. So, there's that. So that's already different. So I may assume that the plate could be different too. I actually don't know. So we can double check that. And then after that we can just get to the build. What is the little badge under the Monokei logo? It's just a badge that says TGR. Wait, let me see. There. It's a little piece of plastic, I guess? Palm? I'm thinking white palm. I'm here to see your new fake t-shirt 910. Oh boy. There's a serial number on the other side of the badge. Oh, I see. So that's the authentication, huh? Cool. I didn't bother to check. But I guess that makes sense. That makes sense to serialize that. Okay, that screw is like there. Okay, so let me actually get the other plate, get the other plate. Alright, here's the two plates. So it appears the plates are the same. Right? I just overlapped them. So the plates are the same, right? And yes, there is a cup for the USB port on the polycarb one, yeah. Cool. Just gotta get those files. Well, you know, I think there's so many people out there now who could literally just grab calipers and make a plate. But, well, you know, it's really not that hard, I think, but it is a matter of DIY-ing, which I think a lot of people also aren't too willing to do. Alright, so that's pretty much the comparison. That's pretty much it. The badge is actually... Oh, I'm actually noticing. I think the badge is differently sized. Or is it? The badge on the gaff is differently sized. Also, the screw position is different, so you can't change badges, by the way. Just so you know. I mean, obviously, the shape of the badge wouldn't work, so, you know, FYI. But the rest is pretty much plate mounting position is the same. You know, blockers right there, right? All right. Well, I think that's it for this. So I'm gonna put this back. I think I'm gonna leave the plate out because I'm gonna have to use the plate anyway later on when I have to actually build this. So I'm gonna reattach this. There are alignment pillars on the ME. Well, yes, because there are the way the two pieces attach is different. On the gaff is like a seamless. On the ME, it's not. So. Why the F is this an emote? I don't know. Don't ask me about emotes. That's Drua's domain. aside from the emos I commissioned. Do you switch the plates? No. No, I didn't. The plate's right here. Oh, the alu plate is on the Philco? Oh, yeah. I'm not putting it back on. I have both plates out. Just to save myself time when I have to build the other one. I'm trying to figure out if the pessimism I see in chat is real or if people are just trying to discourage others from joining the raffle. Well, I see that you're new here, Slacks and Fitteds. Part of it is people just memeing around, essentially, just joking around a bit. And part of it, I think it might be that, yeah, it's a little bit of memeing around, I guess, for the most part. Just trolling. Cause there are actually people who do mean to say this whole, you know, is it real or not thing, which is frankly pretty boring, and also kind of like it's like, but why? But you know, there can be a little fun made out of that, I guess. It is just very goofy, yeah. It's just silly, pretty much. Just really silly. I have run into a few of them. Yeah. I don't envy you, to be quite honest. If it's made of the same material and designed from the ground up by the same designer, is it fake? Oh my, I didn't know that. I learned something new today. But yes, there are people who do mean it. Which is a bit tragic, to be quite honest with you. It isn't QC'd by Sam himself. What happens if there's evidence that the original boards weren't even QC'd by the person they think was QCing? What if it was just a random friend who isn't in the keyboard community and they just happen to be around and they're like, hey man, you need some help with that? Anyway, alright, just put this back together and just gonna put this back into the bag and in the case, but we can get to the build now. Thoughts on the Monokei keycaps? So I actually took the Monokei Series 1 white on black keycaps to work. I have them on a... what do I have on that? Is it another Philco? Maybe it's another Philco. And they're nice. I really like them. Now that I've been using them, like, pretty much on a daily basis, they're pretty nice. I really like the grippiness that they have to the texture. And I mean, I think the legend preference is mostly just an aesthetic thing, but that aside, I think they're great. I think they're really nice. Alrighty. Yeah, these screws are gonna be for the other one, so gotta grab a... Okay, those are the. I'm pretty sure these are the screws for the GAF 910 plate. So put that aside. Put this aside now. These are the screws for our current plate. And finally, we get to the build. I'm so sorry, it just took forever. All right. So let's see. Let's test the PCB first, right? Okay. Do you pick up any of the recent DCS sets? I don't remember picking any up. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. All right. Let's see. All right. Is there any endgame deathmatch? I mean, whichever you like, aesthetically. 48 minutes for intros tame. I'm used to Chin Man's 150 minutes of banter. Turns out Yutzi didn't design the Jane. Yes, gloss max, auto mask. What are your thoughts on the new GMK packaging? Oh, I think it's nice in the sense that it's nicer than before. But personally, I don't keep it. I ended up tossing it all away anyway, so I wouldn't keep it for personal use, like to reuse. I would just I would just put it somewhere else and toss it out because I don't really like how it like leaves like little residue, like you know, like the little fuzz and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's not yeah, it's like kind of whatever. I mean, it's environmentally friendly, which is nice. That's on GMK to kind of decide. But at the end of the day, I think I personally just end up putting them elsewhere, so it kind of doesn't matter. Ryan has a skill in making 150 minutes feel like 50 minutes. Damn. Unfortunately, I don't have that skill. Alright, are we back? Alright, I think we're good. I think I'm back. Sorry. My internet went out and it took a while to get back. I guess it wasn't too long anyway, but yeah. Twitch turns off the stream and gives me pre-roll ads? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway, I was testing this PCB and was almost done. Alright, cool. Everything good. Alright. It's all we got up where I live in New York? Yeah, Spectrum. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's one of those things where also it depends on pretty much per building and like per place that you live in. It's one of those things where like it's monopolized. So there's no competition. Like right now, literally there's only this one ISP, and the only way you can get a different ISP is by moving. Yeah, so it's just what it is. There really isn't much one can do about it. It's basically the bottom line of it. Like there is literally, yeah, in some places there's literally nothing else. Like in the entire like town, city, you know, there is just that. It sucks. All right, so okay, so PCB's done. Okay, so do we want to do I want to switch stabs then? Maybe I can do that. All right, let me get some. Should I get some TX stabs or something? We can try O-ring then. All right, I'll do that. Why not? Or do I have TX stabs? I have cherry clip-ins. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what I have. If I have TX tabs, I'll do TX tabs. If I don't, then I'll just do cherry clip-ins. I'll be right back. Alright, cool. Have a set. So we can try this. Oh. So for this, I'm gonna do full backspace today. I'm kind of feeling like doing full backspace. So I'll do 7U and full backspace, and the rest is ANSI, I guess. All right, we can get to that. Oh, Cookie Curls, hello. Shinoto Keys, oh sheesh, hello Shinoto, how are you? How's it going? Okay. If I move down the street, I have nothing. If I move to the next town, I have Spectrum. If I move to the next town after, I have Spectrum. I have to move like 30 minutes to Alvin to get anything else, and I'm not sure about. Even the other options are not that much better, right? I mean, I've tried. I remember trying. I'm pretty sure I've tried Comcast. I've tried Spectrum. I've tried. What else is there? Internet provider services. I haven't tried. I mean, I've tried Fios like at a friend's place. Fios was nice, but I mean,
does
I don't
really
have it
stand for the Great Rectangle?
Does TGR really stand for the Great Rectangle? Justin asks. I guess for now you could assume yeah. But I think technically there's no actual. There's no like a self-declared meaning for it. But given that the Great Rectangle account is owned by the same person who designs the boards, I would assume. TGR confirmed Tiger, JD confirmed designer. Wait, why did that sound like Linus? Because it is Linus. It's not Tiger. It might be Tiger. Who knows? Again, as I'm saying, I don't think there's like a confirmed thing, right? What does 910 mean? I have no idea. I also have no idea about that. GLaDOS got the axe. Yeah, GLaDOS did get the axe a while back because she was being a bit weird. Who is Alice? That's a great question. I heard it originally stood for his X or something, but now it's the Great Rectangle. Interesting. I don't know. Where is Zooey? Good question. That I'm actually curious about the answer for. Where is Zooey? Where's our Real Force R1 case, huh? 910 was like his anniversary or something like that? Interesting. See, this is exactly why you don't justify your origins, meaning that let people speculate. It's kind of fun to see people speculate. It's probably everything they probably say is probably not right, but it's fine. You can see them twirl their fingers and go at it. You are Tomo. I know it's a date. But would it be 9/10 September 10? Because in literally the rest of the world, like pretty much anywhere outside of US and Canada, people say the day first and then the month. So would it not be the 9th of October actually? Haha. Why do you think they revealed 9/10 on October 9th? Wait, hold on. Is that actually true? Did they actually? Gasp. Oh. Oh, Autobro redeem a hug JD. Okay, I'll get to that. Do you know how vendor exclusive GMK sets work? Are they on the same queue as the regular GBs? Yeah, they are all in the same queue probably. I mean, pretty sure GMK doesn't distinguish who's ordering what in the sense of like whoever pays first gets the first lot. Makes sense, right? Pay money. You know, pay the invoice first and then, you know, people get to produce. There's no, oh, can you save me a spot? I'm gonna do a group buy next month. No. There's none of that. It's like, pay me my money first and then they'll produce. So, yeah. Looks like they really did, says October 8 to me though, but I guess it's a time zone thing. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Ooh, maybe it is. The stories are true. Oh no, guys, we're gonna crack the code very soon. Keep at it. Keep going at it. You guys are getting there. You guys will get a gold star once you finish. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what TGR means. I have no idea who Jane is and who Alice is and what 910 means. At least nothing is confirmed, but I guess these all make sense in some way. Look at Filco Boy. Hello, Juan. How's it going? At least we know Zooey's from Zoe 101. In the Abby video for the JNME, someone said the holes in the inner weight were for sound. But I remember someone else saying the Sam just put them there because he saw them on a bike. I think the latter sounds a lot more reasonable, yeah. I don't think the holes are there for sound. I actually don't think so. I think it's the... I'm pretty sure it's more of the it looks cool factor. Pretty sure it's the wow, holes on the weight. JV2C basically a bike. Yeah, look at all that carbon fiber. I stand by my belief that internal external weight doesn't matter because keyboard sound travels through the case, not the space between the PCB and the case. I mean, well, you know, it is an enclosure, and yeah, I would also figure it kind of transmits sound in every direction. I mean, sound is transferred by what? Phonons? Mechanical waves? I don't care. Holes look cool. Yeah. How long till someone does a case with a bunch of through holes on it for sound? Isn't that basically what the mice people do? But for the weight factor? Just wait for Final Mouse keyboard. Wait. What company was that? Was it Final Mouse who was like constantly tweeting, like, you know, like, yeah, tweeting out on Twitter like about their upcoming keyboard or something? Was it Final Mouse? Yeah, right. I was like, what the fuck is this? And what the fuck is this keyboard? Can you just? Oh my god. I thought it was the most stupid thing. I was like, man, like, what are these tweets, man? Whoever's behind this probably should get fired. I was just like, you fit right in with mouse review. Do you consider final keyboard a TGR? I have no idea what that means. Is this Final Mouse's final keyboard? 0 millisecond response time. Right. Is this gonna be GMK Pro? Hi, Final Mouse X OTD.kr. Okay, collaboration with what is effectively very inactive and a ghost town. Old Sam has been doing some free thinking keyboard for. You cannot go a month in mouse review without a Final Mouse hate thread making top. Oh god. Mouse community sounds pretty hilarious in some ways. Oh my gosh. I got in on the first release of the Starlight 12 and the mouse wheel was off center. Oh no. And there was interference issue with the wireless dongle. I've heard about interference issues on not just Final Mouse though. But that said, I don't really know too much about mice to kind of like say whether, you know, assert whether that's like a common thing. But I've definitely heard some people talk about like wireless interference for mice. I've definitely heard this before with other mice that are not final mounts. It's not a Starlight unless it has a crooked scroll wheel. Damn. Okay, guys, this is why I just get a MX Master from Logitech. Well, actually, I probably just buy whatever it's on sale. So whenever I see it on like Slick Deals or something, it's on sale, I just get an MX Master and shine it to death, like mine is already, and keep using it. I still have my MX Master 1. I just took that to work. Can't game on an MX Master? Just try harder. Try harder. Skill issue. About a PMS Starlight shape. MX Master proven to give you 50% more wins. Yeah, because you become the master. Huh? Anyway. Not strong enough to move an MX Master 3. Anyway, I mean, no, honestly, I respect people wanting lighter mice and all that. That's fine. And I mean, actually, I think the grip thing matters more even. Like, finding the right grip for you. So like the right mouse size and dimensions and whatever. The ergonomics of that. That I think is pretty important. But the weight thing, I don't know, it's kind of relative, I guess. Depends on what games you play, I suppose. I know what mice are good for me because I have really long fingers. But wouldn't that depend on your grip? Like if you have long fingers but you do like a claw grip, like, well, yeah, I guess it should be the right size still. I don't know too much about mice really. That said, I'm not good enough at games probably that it doesn't even matter. Mouse gates, shape, weight, and distribution. Yeah, so weight distribution, I would argue definitely that would matter because it's like how it feels in your hands, right? When you move it, how that weight shifts around. But yeah. Oh wait, what am I? Gosh, what am I doing? I'm a dummy. Still haven't even lubed the wires. Is it really worth prying information though, Curveball? I feel like just kind of let it happen. I mean, at best, what could it be even? Like, that's what I'm thinking. It's like how, like, not. I can't really think of anything out there that could blow your mind. So what's the point in prying for information? That's just a waste of your energy. Curiosity killed the cat though, I guess. Gasket mounted GK61 with allo case. I mean, at that point, it's just marketing, though. But I mean, it's always been marketing, so. Mind-blowing and revolutionary is always just a way to put it. But what out there really is there that is actually mind-blowing and revolutionary? Favorite springs and weight? I use TX springs a lot, pretty much nowadays. I think I pretty much just use TX springs because those are widely available and they're very nice. They come in a lot of different weights. I think my sweet spot for springs is 62 or 63.5, generally speaking. Prefer 63.5 if it's a tactile, and prefer 62 if it's a linear, probably. I've been doing a little bit with I've been doing a little bit of 60 gram and like 58, 57 or whatever. Those are nice too. But I think I do prefer like 60, 62 is probably my right weighting for springs. 65 is fine too though. I think above 65 I don't tend to go up further because I've tried 68, 72 and heavier, and it's like kind of gets tiring after a while, so I don't really use it anymore. And then lighter, like 55 is okay, but probably not my strong preference. Yeah. And I just use like the medium, like the regular length, which is the cherry length. I think that's the medium, right? Like 15 millimeter or whatever. I just use that one. I honestly don't bother with short or long or whatever. I just get those and call it a day, because honestly I don't really care. I'm not too picky when it comes to that, so that's the nice thing about not being too picky, is that I don't feel too strongly about it. I know people who are like super adamant about like using like those two-stage springs or like the symmetric springs or even just like long springs in general. Like I think a lot of people really like those TX long springs. I'm like whatever about it personally. TX tabs your favorite? TX tabs are pretty nice. I think they kind of offer all the benefits of like good stabilizers for like, you know, like bang for the buck wise. They're pretty good. They can be clip in, and essentially they have those little plastic pieces to kind of like do like the toothpick mod kind of thing, which is effectively making it like a screw in. And quality control seems pretty good on them. Price wise pretty good, but I mean, of course, like cherry clip-ins are super cheap to get in bulk. Hard to beat the deal on that, really. So yeah, I kind of use whatever is available, to be honest. I use Jurok V2s just fine, Zeals, Stabies, TX, whatever. Yeah, honestly, they all work fine as long as you know how to lube stabs properly, but it's mostly practice for that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of the TX, probably like for the market, like TX is probably like currently the most widely popular, widely requested. Yeah. In my absence, what has become the most popular tactiles now? I have no idea. MX Browns? I have no idea, honestly. U4T, I think, is still definitely the most popular, I think, right? I think it's still U4T. Because they're pretty consistent. Browns are gaining respect again. You know how it goes. It's a cycle, Tornado. You know how it goes. It's like this whole cycle of Cherry MX Brown's bad. Everyone told me that they feel like sand, and it sucks on my Corsair, Razer, whatever. Insert name of keyboard here because they're obviously stock. And then it's the whole like, oh man, I like modded my MX Browns like my favorite streamer told me, and now, wow, I was blown away. And then obviously if you switch keycaps or whatever, it's like obviously different too. So yeah. But you know how it goes. It's like a full circle. You just have to try things out to see if you like them. But I think a lot of people tend to have an opinion where it's malinformed, misinformed. But there definitely aren't a lot of light tactiles. I mean, like light tactiles are definitely rarer among the bunch in the tactile switch scene. There definitely has been a little bit of a kind of like reboot, I guess, with the pewters and like a few other options that have popped up. But definitely light tactiles like similar to MX Browns are definitely not very common. Almost all of them have issues? I see. Yeah, I guess they probably come with their slew of issues too, though. Tactile switches are honestly kind of difficult to work with. I'm sure the clickies are probably the same. Yeah. Tactiles, clickies, you know, kind of same thing, right? Because, you know, clickies are basically just a tactile with the click audible feedback, so... Even harder for clickies, technically, as someone, if you were to, you know, engineer the switch yourself, then I'm sure that working with clickies is a bit of work. BRB, okay, curveball. I don't know why JWK doesn't make an alpaca but tactile. Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd be so nice. Alright, so stabs are on. Let's put the plates. Azure Dragons loot with 3204 Think Me Later. Oh, I've tried those switches, they're pretty nice. I thought they were pretty good. I remember trying a few stock ones when I think might have been Click. No, it was L-Board. I think they sent some out a while back. Those are alright. I think I gave those away though. Didn't keep them. Alright, so we're doing Gateron X switches today. If you didn't know, they're just lightly lubed with 2.5 and have Deskeys films in them. I'm probably gonna use a plate fork on this. Bruh. Drew feeling a little angsty today, eh? Sheesh. Is a new Dixie the equivalent of a fake TGR? No idea, man. Oh man. Alright. So let's test the stabilizers out here. Oop. Alright. Anyone try NK Dreams? I did try the NK Dreams myself. I got the sample of them a while back when they first released. They're pretty nice. They've held up pretty nicely. I have them in my polycarb dolphin, and they sound great in that board. They're very nice and smooth. Stock. But I do recommend still lubing them, lubing the springs and all that, you know, the usual. Good night, I'm going to bed. Oh, one drunk man, sounds good. Have a good night. Sounds okay. Okay. I think the stab sounds fine. Try to avoid browns because I don't want to hear more scratch than bottom out. It's true that they can sound a bit, yeah, they do sound a bit scratchy. I mean, it's like the nature of tactile switches, but yeah, I guess browns, like, I mean, they have a very specific sound to them. It can just kind of just sound like scratchiness. I think that's just kind of like their signature sound. Why are you pressing on the PC when you're testing out the mods? Mostly because I want to reduce anything that could rattle that's not from the stabs. So for example, like, you don't want to hear like the plate rattling against the PCB, or like other switches because maybe they're slightly loose, maybe they're like, you know, wiggling against other, you know, piece of plastic. Basically just to isolate the sound to just the stabs, because the goal of lubing your stabs is to get rid of the rattle. So you know, that's the only thing you're actually looking for. you're only looking for rattle from the stabilizers. You're not looking for anything else. So yeah. Do you lube those? Yeah, these Gateron X are lubed with 205. NBA tip-offs tomorrow? Oh, nice. I don't follow NBA anymore. It's been a while. Many years. I like watching games, though. Thoughts on HKB layout 60%? I love it. I love HKB layout, personally. Favorite hot drink now that fall is here? Personally, I mean, I kind of sometimes just drink soup like it's a drink, but for an actual drink, I think I really drink a lot of tea. Like right now I'm drinking like barley tea, which is something I just have all the time, but I think it's better in the colder season. But for something caffeinated, I really enjoy like either an Assam or, so for something early, I like a pu'er. But I really like Assam in general. Like golden Assam or regular Assam is fine. Alcoholic? For alcoholic drinks, I mean, I like beer, I like wine. Cocktail wise, I feel like my go-tos are Negronis and old fashions. But I also do, I'm okay with like a good, you know, like just like a gin and tonic or something. But I would say like for alcoholic drinks, like yeah, like a Negroni or like an old fashioned is probably my go-to. Water, yeah, water is great. Water is awesome. I love water. Hello, Tree Leaf. Hot apple cider and whiskey. Ooh, yum. Yeah, that sounds good too, though. That sounds wonderful. Cause I love hot apple cider. But yeah, I mean, and whiskey is definitely just like up my alley. So, yeah. I already do drink a lot of water in general. But yeah, I got some Keycaps spiced apple cider that's store brand. It's so goddamn good. Surprisingly, huh? Interesting. Store brand. Keycaps spiced apple cider. Huh. All manner of black teas are my favorites. Jasmine tea and George. Ooh, jasmine is good. I really like a good oolong. You know, nice oolong. Yummy, yummy. In general, I like all kinds of teas, you know. I drink when I was in school, like I mean when I was like in uni, like in college, I used to drink a lot of chai. Tons of chai. Like pretty much every single day I would drink chai. It was really good, but yeah. I don't drink as much chai anymore, but chai was definitely a go-to at one point. But yeah, Assam is probably my favorite black tea. I enjoy taro. Can't go wrong with a nice Earl Grey and some bowl powder or chai. Yeah. I got spoiled with chai because my mom and dad drank every day when I was at home. Nice. I mean, yeah. I guess that is common for some people. Yeah, in some households, like, you know, certain teas are you know, you drink more of certain teas, so later on you don't drink them as often, but then when you live on your own or something like that, you kind of miss that, and it also becomes your go-to. It's like a staple, right? So it's one of those things. For example, I was telling somebody the other day, like, when I was like still living at home, like with my family, right? I used to really hate ginger tea when I was a kid. When I was young, like, I think that makes sense, right? You get a cold, you know, someone gives you ginger tea, and you know it tastes super strong. It's nasty, right? You don't like it. But now, I actually don't mind it. I actually will just have ginger tea, and it's pretty good. You know? I know that as a kid I hated it. I really hated it. But now I drink it often, and it's pretty yummy. Lemon ginger, so nice for a sore throat. Yep. So when I was sick a few weeks back, tons of lemon ginger. Yep. I've never liked the taste of ginger, especially since I've bitten into ginger more times than I like to. Well, yeah, like sometimes like ginger goes into food, and kind of like, you know, sometimes you get to that like bite of ginger in the food, like in a stew, or like, you know, I don't know, some like specific dishes and whatnot. I do understand that ginger isn't nice to like bite into. Like, yeah, that's not my favorite either. But I do like. I'm just saying, I happen to enjoy ginger tea now more than I thought I ever would. As a kid, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna drink this ever again if I can afford to. If I can afford not to drink it. But now it's like, I don't mind it. Ginger, garlic, go in everything? Yep, that is true. Ginger and garlic. It's like magic. It makes a ton of different foods taste so much better. I mean, ginger especially like good for removing gaminess or odors and stuff. Yeah. Alright. So, let's solder this guy up. I'm just gonna leave the noise filter off because I can't bother, but also it's not that loud, so. What's that fork looking thing? It's called a plate fork. It basically holds your plate up between the PCB and the plate so that the plate doesn't sag when you're inserting switches. So it's good for like plastic plates, or when you have like a stubborn switch that kind of holds onto the plate a little more and kind of has, you know, drags it down as you're pushing it into the plate. Also convenient when the plate is very tight for the switches. Yeah, just a tool to keep the separation between the PCB and the plate constant. Toy, yeah. Yeah. Well, it is sponsor time, but I just want to give a quick shout out to Monokei and UT of TGR just for once again being so kind and sending out this unit for me to build, in particular to check out, and more importantly for running these install raffles. I honestly do think that Monokei is doing this thing about you know, more good things for everyone really well, and I think it's amazing to see these re-releases and more like revisions really of these boards that I think for a while I didn't really think that we would see anything new too soon, but hey, these have been very nice surprises. But yeah, shout out to the folks over at Monokei and all the friends and collaborators out in Malaysia and Singapore who have been working hard to get these things going. How many times can you resolder a PCB? Quite a lot, actually. If you manage to not damage your pads, really a very large number of times. I mean, not very large, meaning at least like a dozen times. But yeah, it depends. It depends how good you are. And certainly more so with modern PCBs. Indeed. Like, these are made to, like, these will last a while as long as you don't overheat them and rip off pads in the process, or you don't pull too hard when you clearly haven't desoldered fully. Praying to win the next raffle. Good luck, Rivius. As a Tempest guy who did at least 20 constellation builds, that is true. Mr. Tempest did a lot of constellation builds. That is true. How many times can you resolder a percent PCB? Oof. I don't know, man. Maybe twice, maybe once. I don't know. I remember I did have a couple of percent boards, actually. I've had a canoe twice. I had 2 different canoes at one point. I've tried a SCOG before. It was okay. The aesthetic was actually not for me. I remember the PCBs were a little finicky, but for me they actually worked fine. I didn't have issues with them. But I know a lot of people had issues with the PCBs, like firmware not working or static discharge kind of like zapped it or something like that. I'm considering switching to solder PCB from hot swap. Oh, nice. I mean, solder is nice because it offers you options for layouts. And then, well, you also get to solder your own keyboards, which is kind of fun, personally, but I guess it depends for everybody. Some people really don't like that idea. Or even having... The idea of getting tools also can be a bit too much. If you have unleaded solder on the PCB, reflow leaded solder over it. Yep, that's what I do when I have to desolder any unleaded solder boards, like especially like vintage stuff or anything that just simply has unleaded solder, like OEM. Some OEM stuff has unleaded solder only. Familiar with soldering? I see. Nothing wrong with being extra careful. I hate when switches pull out when changing keycaps. Oh yeah, that's actually probably my biggest peeve when using hot swap. That is actually my biggest peeve when using hot swap, is when you pull a keycap and the switch comes off with it. Even if it was clipped, sometimes it just, like, the sockets don't quite hold as well, and yeah. Alright, well, not gonna mention all of the sponsor details, but there is a sponsor's website, lightningkeywords.com/sponsors. The most recent sponsor is HKB US. If you didn't know, I am partnered with them, and so we will be seeing more products and cool things in the future from them, and I will let you guys know when I see any details on that. Other than that, don't forget to check out all the different vendors who are either running a variety of group buys. For example, Cankeys just recently ended their Moment group buy with JJWKB. That was yesterday. And then I know that Novelkeys is running GMK Fright Club. And there are extras for a bunch of GMK sets out there, like Polybius and Dandy from Space Cables, for example. And there's like, for example, the Meridian buy also is available through primekb.com. And you can also get in-stock key sets through Canon Keys, Novel Keys, Kinetic Labs. Project Keyboard has a bunch of pre-orders still available. Salvan should still have a bunch of keycaps as well as desk pads and some other accessories if you're in the EU. But yeah, check out all the different sponsors. They support this channel and they have always been super nice to me, very kind. And with any problems you might have, you can always contact their customer support, and I'm sure they'll help you out. Oh, Urban. Hello, Lime. How's it going? How are you? Doing pretty well, just eating dinner. Ooh, nice. What's for dinner? Dinner was a while back. I just had some rice and banchan, basically. Had some Korean food at home. Just have a bunch of banchan in the fridge, so just made some rice and had some with it. Eating leftover fried chicken? That sounds yummy though. What's that key set? What is that board? Topret? No, this is Camo Philco. This is a Philco Majestouch 2. It's this camo edition that they released a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure that there's still some stock available. I think maybe in mechanicalkeywords.com. I think you probably need to check to confirm that, but I'm not entirely sure. I bought it from there too, so. But yeah, this is just the OEM Philco key set. It's like ABS, thin ABS keycaps on the Philco. They work alright. They look cool though. They match this. They match the aesthetic of the board, so I just left them. I just had paella. Ooh, paella is so good. Oh my god, I haven't had a good paella in a long time. I really want some now. Sounds delicious. Okay, let's just double check here. I think all of the switches are in fine, but just gonna double check to see if there's anything that's not quite all the way in or anything like that. Okay. Never tried paella? Oof. Really? So delicious. So good. Paella is so good. Yeah, you can mix it with a bunch of things, but yeah, seafood is definitely common. But there's paella that doesn't necessarily have to have seafood. If you're not into seafood, for example. Which I know that some people aren't. Like, they just aren't into it at all. So, I understand. But yeah, it is common to see paella with seafood though. Paella con chorizo. Oof. Woo. Sheesh. Chorizo. Mmm. Delicious. I eat entirely too much chorizo. Sorry. I'm a Spanish speaker and that just sounds really funny. It's okay. Alright. Alright, let's go test the PCB first. I need to put the JSON in. Diego, ¿qué films recomiendas para Hyperglide's Black? TX, Deskeys, TX, Deskeys, both work pretty well. Los dos funcionan bien. Kakaroto. I don't want to be that guy, but is there a vegetarian paella? There actually is. I've tried vegetarian paella before. There actually is, yeah. There is vegetarian paella. Alright. I mean, essentially just take out whatever meats it has, you know? So. Alright, let's just test out this board. Ok, gracias, me reí también con lo de chorizo. Ay, 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 el albur. It's too common. Alright, everything works. Good. Let's move forward, my friends. So let's go ahead and install it into the case now. Alright, so should we try top mount? Should we try O-ring? Should we... It's a bit of a bother to get it... Okay, I mean, I guess we can try both. Alright. Let's do... So you don't spend too much time screwing in. But then... What's the difference? I have to still close the case and open it back up. Right? Yeah, it's fine. We'll do top mount first, and then we'll do O-ring next. Oh, like having to remove top mount screws after? Yeah, I guess so. It's fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, so there it is. Alright, now put this into the case. Okay. And then get our screws here. Has a key set been picked yet? No, not yet. It has to be something beige for sure. We could try something beige. I actually do have I have MW Retro lights. That's the set that Space Cables has in stock and is a beige PVT set. I remember seeing it last time, but then I never put it on the board. So we can try that. That's basically beige. I also have like CRP, of course, and I guess double shots. I love the big TGR engraving on the Toblerone. Oh yeah, me too. I actually really like that part of it. HFO would be lit. HFO. Interesting choice. Yeah, HFO. I haven't put HFO in a set. Oh wait, I have my HFO on the K. I think, pretty sure. All right, so there's that, and put the Toblerone thingy in. Any F8 avail? I think that's for the first round of Hyperfuse, but yeah. All the remaining rounds had it. That is true. Did. Okay. And lastly, the bottom. Oh, someone wants CRP Tulip. Are we gonna do CRP Tulip or are we gonna do HFO? LFK just waited until the last minute, didn't he? Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm laughing so much. Is there an orientation to the bottom plate? It doesn't matter whether you put it this way or the other way around. It will matter when you have to take the back plate off though, because only one of the two sides has the little groove for the spudger to go in. So that's the only thing you just need to know. But you can actually see it. Like I wish I could just show it easily. But I think I showed it here on the ME as well, but I mean on the V2, Jane V2, but you see that little groove there? Where's my freaking spudger? But you see that groove, right? Right there. So that groove is here on the right side. If you flip it 180 degrees, that's going to be on the left side. So that's the only thing that matters. Yeah. So both sides have it, like both the top or the bottom, but it's only on one side, so you need to just consider that. Yeah. Also, my hands are super greasy, I guess. Getting this super dirty already. Oh, it's like a piece of paper or whatever. Alright. Would you take this over a unicorn? I think personally no, just because I use it 60% more. So layout usage wise, probably not. But I do like the aesthetic of the 910 a lot for a 65. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I guess I go for CRP Tulip then, huh? Quarkworks, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll go get that beige set. VRV. Alright. Low-key scared the out of me. I'm sorry. Otobro had actually redeemed the Hug JD, so I had to do it. Do you know any keys that has the same color as the backplate? Not quite the same because this is like more like a metallic blue, but maybe like, oh man, muted, soul dark, close, soul dark, kind of, yeah, perhaps. GMK or CRP? This is GMK. I mean, this is CRP, my bad. This is CRP right now. I don't know if this has. The Prussian blue one that P-Way was supposed to run would look fantastic. Classic blue would look nice. With, yeah, like, as far as matching that blue. Could look nice, yeah. Classic blue could look nice. Wait, no. This goes here. Do you prefer stabies over TX stabs? I like them about the same. I do like that TX stabs are clip-ins instead of screw-ins because they make it work with like O-ring mount boards and so on. But that said, I'm not terribly picky. Like if I have either, I'm okay with those. GMK Masterpiece would match pretty good. I think GMK Masterpiece might be a little lighter, but yeah, it would look good, I think. Do you think GMK DMG will go well with this keyboard? Yeah, GMK DMG does go well on silver. Striker will look good on silver. I personally don't like using super dark colored sets on silver, like on lighter colored boards. Personally, I'm like a bit more averse about that, but it will look fine. There's people who do use like Striker on like lighter boards and such. Are you the first person to build this and make a sound test on it? Yeah, and probably the only person, I think. because the raffle's like next week, and I don't know if anybody else is doing the build. Jim would work fine with silver too, yeah. It goes like this. I actually don't remember which one's which first, but just gonna kind of wing it there. I don't remember if it was like this, but okay, and I need some 65, I guess. Oh, that was my tab also. Tab. Well, I guess I don't have them here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Any LED blocker on this? LED blocker? I mean, yeah, it has an aluminum piece on it. It's a blue aluminum piece under the 910. Res on the 65 column? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I need to get like a win key kind of thing though, so I guess I'll just get it from a different board. Hold on. I think I should have a cherry key somewhere. I guess that's gonna do. Is there an LED array on the PCB though? No, there's not. There's no LED array on the PCB. So you would have to just do, yeah, no SMD. So I think you would just have to install your own LED on there. Make sure it sits very low. And then you have to remove the 910 badge first of all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the SMD on this PCB at least. So just a note. All right. So sure, why not? We can fill the rest with the resin. Canada is about the only country I'm accepting international orders from. Oh, I see Kerbal. All right. Let's see. What should I put on this? Let's see. What am I feeling like? I think this kind of... Oh, there's a function key here that could work. Kind of colorful, so it kind of works with that. Well, it's a little tall though. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's fine. If there is 2 pin, is it possible to have RGB at the 910? Don't know actually. Because I don't know about RGB LEDs for 2 pin, but maybe somebody else does know. I think Cute was asking about that for a long time. Let's see. I feel like putting on the Earl kind of looks nice. Oh, Ankit, hello. Raiding with a party of 21. Hello, my friend. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. And then, kind of debating what to put on the rest. Something to match those colors, kind of colorful. Maybe the rainbowy cap. I actually don't like this here. Now that I think about it, it's a little too dark too, isn't it? I'm kind of unsure what to put on this. Should I just put regular beige on this? Lightning, what are your IEMs? I'm currently using Moondrop Variations at the time. Let's see. Do beige or monochrome maybe? Because I don't have much beige here. I guess I have this kernel here. Kind of matches. And then something more natural colored maybe. I'm gonna do a 99 cent keycap next to 910. Because it's kind of funny. Magic tulip subs, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Something that kind of goes with that. No, maybe the human. I guess it doesn't really matter. Lightning, are you into the IEM market as well? If so, how many do you try so far? No, I'm not into IEM market, unfortunately. I pretty much just bought one and called it a day. Alright, so let's try this out. And let's get where's my gray cable? Alright, so let's get this going. Where's the typing test thing in here? There we go. Alright, that's up. Okay. Okay, so are we good on audio and stuff here? Hype around IEMs, it's mostly just basically nicer earphones or headphones, you know? Like, it's just mostly a matter of like your audio experience. But it's pretty subjective too, kind of like keyboards. Like, you could always get a cheaper keyboard and a more expensive keyboard. Audio is kind of the same. So, but IEMs are convenient because there's they're small. So yeah. Alrighty, so let's give this a shot. Is the plate still the same as the OG? No, it's gonna be the same as like the GAV 910 actually has the same plate. Alrighty. Are we good here? Alright, let's give it a shot. So today we have a TGR 910V2 ME. This will be on a raffle as an in-stock sale through Monokei, and I think they use the Koi system, raffle system. And that will be on the, I think this is the 25th. You can correct me if I'm mistaken, but it will be in a week. And so this current 910V2 ME is built with Gateron X switches. And these are Lube with 205, Deskeys films, and this is a polycarb plate, full polycarb plate, and we have CRP Tulip on the board right now. Okay, so let's give it a try. Right. This keyboard is dependable sounding. This is one of the keyboards of all time. Sounds like a keyboard. Spacebar is not to my liking. That's fair. BRB time to reboot. Okay. So let's go over the mods first. Here are the mods. And there it is. Yeah, sound pretty nice. Yeah, I do think that so the board actually overall just feels kind of it's pretty soft, first of all. Because compared to the like original 910, the mounting points are like around the spacebar. So the spacebar definitely sounds like, I mean, kind of feels a lot softer to type on, and also polycarb plate. Of course, it's just in general soft. So very bassy. Yeah, it definitely has a bit of that kind of similar feel, like with the JMV2 has that too, where like the bass kind of sits. I mean the base of the keyboard, like the bottom part of the keyboard, kind of sits like low to the desk, and so transfer a lot of sound into the desk, and so I think some of that might be transferred through the mic too. But yeah. Can you swap to a GMK spacebar? Sure. I have a GMK spacebar right here. Oh, right here. So let's do that. So this is a GMK spacebar. It's just a magenta though. So that's the GMK spacebar. I actually personally do like the sound of PVT. It's like very soft, and also CRP kind of has a bit of a kind of a thicker sound to it. I do like it personally. I like the sound of CRP a lot, but I do know that people a lot of the time also prefer GMK. So yep. That said, also, you know, spacebars are like the largest key on the board, so not to mention you literally type on the spacebar every single word, so yeah. But yeah. Let me go back here. Yep. All right. So shall we try O-ring, I guess? Will the 910 come with poly and alu plate? It only comes with the poly plate. I think if you're going to get anything else, it's going to be an add-on. I don't know if alu plates were add-ons for whatchamacallit, for the JV2ME. I actually don't know. Was it? Or don't know. I'm not sure. But the polycarb plate is default plate for Monokei offerings. Please show the bottom again. Yeah, sure. I have to show you the bottom again anyway, but this is what the bottom looks like. Hold on here. Let me actually do this for a sec. Here we go. Oh. Alright, there. That's what the bottom looks like. Yeah. Do you think a through brass weight would be beneficial? I don't think it's necessary. At least personally, I don't really think weight. Like, sure, it makes the board heavier, but I don't think it like suffers too much from not having one. That's basically what I would say. All right, let's open it up and put the O-ring on, I guess. So let's do that first. Man, this spudger is so thin at the tips. It's like these magnets are so strong. Someone's gonna scratch their hand and take all that back plate? For sure. I can see accidents happening, yes. Will it keep this board? In the meantime, yes, I think. Yeah. I'm back. Welcome back, Kupo. Here and Kage will be coming soon. Nice. Drew shot me for being too funny. I saw your dad joke. It became apparent to me that you were away for a bit. Okay, cool. Ooh, kind of tight. Look, you can even use the back plate as a screw holder. Boom. And you can count your screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Yes, I know how to count, Drua. Magnets, what a good invention. Magnets, how do they work? Anyway, just joking. All right. O-ring time. Okay. Right. Huh? She also got some requests to make commissions from a TwitchCon visit. The card got made as well by Patty. Oh, very cool. That's really cool. That's nice. Congrats to Patty. That's awesome. It's a bit tight with the O-ring actually. The O-ring fitting in here. Alright, there we go. It's finally closing. Would you be participating in the raffle? Probably not. lot of the huge streamers don't really buy anything. It took years for Hassan to upgrade his camera. I mean, I guess they don't have to upgrade. That's why they don't do it, right? It's like there's no need for it, so they don't do it. It's not like their fame depends on their equipment, right? So alright, so we can test this first, and then maybe we can try like a GMK set or something afterwards. Alright, let's see. Let's get this back on. Realized nobody told me the chat wasn't on the window for a while. So there's that. Okay, let's see.
Damn, missed the build.
Oh, yo, Kane, Kanekunchi, hello. How's it going? Alright, so we're actually gonna try this with O-ring mount now. Alright, so we have this Gateron X build on a polycarb plate. Right now we have CRP Tulip on this. Yeah, these are looped Gateron X switches, sorry. And then we have CRP Tulip, polycarb plate, and this is currently O-ring mounted. Earlier, if you go back on the bot, you'll find the top mount one. So let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. Alright, here are the mods. Alright, that's what it sounds like. Let me see here. Does it sound hollow? No, it doesn't sound hollow in person. It's very likely that the mic is capturing more. So you probably hear more on the mic than you would hear in person. I personally don't think it's hollow. And it is very common for people to say that something sounds more hollow over the mic. But it likely isn't as much as that in person, if it were. I like the alphas with O-ring. I do like the alphas with O-ring. Kind of, they pop a little more. But yeah, top mount sound better. Kind of in between the two, to be honest. I do like top mount a lot, but I think O-ring mount is fine too. I don't think it's like. I think it's like I would only know if the difference were if I could like have it, you know, the two setups next to each other. But it's like if I had the top mount only, I wouldn't be complaining that I didn't have the O-ring. Does that make sense? I wouldn't know what a Ferrari 4880 Spider sounds like besides HDMI line. Why is the USB cable so exposed? That's mostly because custom cables do come in with a little bit more leeway, and also because the USB port is right pre-flush to the case. So yeah. We need Dolby Atmos spatial audio. You gonna is someone wanna buy me more equipment so I can get all my audio nicely set up? That said, I also don't have the expertise to do that, so it will also require someone to call someone to you know, like a service person to help me set up audio perfectly, I guess. But yeah. All right. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like O-ring more? Do you guys like top mount more? Maybe I'll just do a poll. Poll. Which one did you like more? Top O. Alright. I personally can't tell a difference. That's my thought too. I can't tell a difference unless I had the two side by side. I think I like top mount, but O-ring mount sounds nice too. Just try both if you happen to have something that, you know, is compatible with both. But I think it sounds good with both though. All right, so well, I guess one thing I did do earlier that I didn't do now is just using a GMK spacebar, right? So I have my GMK spacebar here. It's the same one we used earlier. And I'm just gonna tap it away. But yeah. Typing feel, which one do you prefer? I do like the softness, so I tend to say this to people. I prefer top mount with plates that are stiffer. So I actually like top mount with aluminum, for example. Top mount with polycarb is nice too, but I think if I'm already going for the softness of the polycarb, I actually do like going a step further and just using like the O-ring with the polycarb. So it's a little more excessive, but I like that. It's kind of fun, you know? It's like bouncy, like a trampoline. So I tend to say like, oh, you know, I do like plastic plates with like O-ring if it supports it, right? Because it's kind of fun. But like, for example, if I like have a TKL and it's like top mount, and it's like, you know, I have like an aluminum plate, and I have both options. I think top mount is pretty nice with like that aluminum plate, right? And I think for like metallic plates in particular, like the O-ring, I'm not sure it makes like a huge difference. Like I think maybe some sound changes. And I guess it also depends on the size of the board, because it also depends on how many like points it's being held by. Like on larger boards, like something like an O-ring tends to be a bit more exacerbated because there's it's like a lot more area being just held by, you know, a small number of points. So yeah, it kind of depends on those factors too. But I like top mount in general a lot. And so it's like a good default for me. But O-ring mount is fun. It's like fun to type on. It's nice and soft. It's very comfortable. You can use it all day and not get tired or whatever, you know. So I do like that kind of like soft typing feel that it has. Do you think this would sound good as a half plate? Maybe, but I'm not sure if, for example, I would do like a half plate on O-ring mount, for example. Like, it might be too much, but I don't know. You think you would have to try? I haven't done like half plate on the 65 for a while.
Hope you are doing great.
So yeah, Emerald, hello, 6 months. Thank you. No worries about the late joining. Hope you are doing well as well. Yeah. With keycaps, yeah, CRP Tulip, R3 actually, not R4, but same. And I guess that's that. All right. Any other things? I guess I did say I was gonna try. We can try. We can try GMK. It's like something that you guys wanted to do. I have what GMK sets do I have right here? Fully built weight. Oh yeah, I haven't weighed it. Give me a sec. I can do that. I'll be right back. Let me get the scale. Alright, so fully built, it weighs 3 pounds and 7.5 ounces, which in kilograms, that's gonna be 1.57 kilograms. So 1.5 kilograms-ish, 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, 1.5 kilograms. It's basically. Is CRP better than chamois? I personally like CRP better than chamois myself. For example, I remember trying a chamois set, and what I didn't like was how the modifiers sounded. They sounded very plasticky, very loud. That was something I didn't like especially the spacebar was like something I didn't like about chamois. But the quality of the dice up was pretty good. I would say CRP, at least for me, I think looked a bit more consistent, a little cleaner. So I think I prefer CRP over chamois personally, at least from my experience. I haven't tried too much chamois, so I can't tell you. But at least the ones I tried, the few sets I did try, it was kind of, it's kind of like okay, but the modifier sound was pretty lacking, at least for me. I didn't like it that much for the modifiers. I think that was the only thing that really was like, oh, I don't like the modifier sound. It sounded very harsh for some reason. Can I see the back? Yeah, of course. Yep. Here it is. There's the back. It's a little dirty because of the weight being polished, but it has this big TGR engraving. It says 910 in the middle. It's a nice blue back plate. And the side profile, kind of very similar to the Jane, because it has the angled back portion. And then finally the top, you get a suave blue aluminum badge for the 910 portion, and corner blocker, of course. What's the most expensive keyboard I own? Probably my 356 Mini. This is probably my most expensive keyboard as far as market prices go. I don't know actually. Is it? It probably is, yeah. Probably is the most expensive. But anyway, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alright. That pretty much wraps up as far as like the build itself goes. So any last minute requests or questions or anything like that before we like wrap it up? Still debating joining the raffle or not? Well, I guess the first question is, can you afford it? Second question is, do you really want it? And then third is, you know, I feel like, and you love the colorway, for example, because I mean, if there are any in-stock raffles in the future of the same model, that, you know, maybe you might like a different colorway better. I don't think you I mean, don't let yourself into FOMO if that's how you feel about it, but you know, everyone has different thresholds for that, so I can't make that decision for you. Was it one you're most proud of? You can say it that way. I mean, the 356 mini is something I'm proud of in the sense that I was looking for it for a long time. And it came about with a trade that I did with someone I knew, which was really nice. So yeah, but that said, like, you know, I do have other boards I use a lot. Like, I use my HKB a lot. I do have like a TGR JMB2. Like, I do have like the Juby, which I really like. Thermal, I really like. I also got a gift that I really like. The Iron Robe is also really nice. But that's like a one-off essentially for that particular unit. But yeah. Can you see the booty one more time? Yeah, of course, of course. Shammy, I don't like the spacebar. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. There it is. It's very clean. Which HKB model would you recommend? Well, here, my friend, I am the HKB US partner, Lightning Keyboards. Just kidding. Okay, that's too much. But honestly, so it depends. So there are, right now, in the current line of HKBs, there is the Classic, and there is the Hybrid. The Classic is the wired version, so you just plug it in with a USB-C cable and it works. The Hybrid has Bluetooth functionality, but as opposed to the Classic, it does have a battery compartment in the back that kind of bulges a little bit. Aesthetically, it does look different, but it does have Bluetooth. You can also plug it in, but yeah, it works with Bluetooth, the Hybrid. The Hybrid is more expensive than the Classic, so just consider that. And then there's Type S on the Hybrid, I think. Type S just means with silencing rings, Toper silencing rings. Just makes it quieter for the upstroke. And I think those are the main difference for HKB models, but anything from a new line is good. I personally like, if you're buying a new board, like from a retailer or something, I highly recommend getting like the HKB Professional Classic or the Hybrid, depending on your like use case. If you want to get used, like there are cheaper like HKB Pro 2s, for example, because they made that board for a long time. But just so you know, like the stock version of the HKB Pro 2 pales in comparison to the current Pro Classic or the Pro Hybrid, because the new line, like they came out really well. The stabs are like much less rattly, and like pretty much like don't need to mod it, I think, at least like for some of them that I've tried. But you know, the Pro 1 or the Pro 2, for example, they're not quite like that. So yeah. Real Force R3 best stock Toper. I don't like the R3 font on the keycaps, and I also don't like the layout being. Is it 6:5 again? I like the R1 best for the layout. GAF 910 versus 910 ME. Personally, I like the GAF 910 more because I like the art on the 910. That said, this one is like the classic, more simple looking one. So it depends on what you want. If you want something more like busier looking, the GAF is nicer in that sense. But this one is like the traditional like classic 910. So it kind of depends. Both are good though. Both are about the same because they actually have the same plate. So yeah. I guess one thing about it is the 910 for the GAF one does have a daughter board connector, so the USB-C is through the Toblerone piece here, so parallel to the desk. So that part is nice. The kind of cable gets hidden a little bit through the piece, so that's kind of cool. But as far as the boards are concerned, I feel like they probably type very similarly. Quick question: I only ever see TKL and mini custom keyboards. Mini, considering that you're saying like 60%, that's because the custom keyboard scene is primarily focused on moving away from the typical use full size. A lot of people start in custom keyboards because they're looking for different sizes of keyboards, and that's probably why it drifts away from full size to save space on the desk, right? That's why you use different layouts to save space on the desk. Like, you might not use the numpad that much. People do use the numpad, but you can always get a separate numpad too. So there's custom numpads as well as an option. But yeah, that's probably why like TKLs and 60% were the first two layouts that they have been, at least in history, the most like made as custom keyboards. So I think that's why you see them more than not, but there are also a lot of like 65s and 75s and so on. Which switches do you prefer in a PC plate, tactile or linear? Both are good. Ikizaki. I think like you know, I did like MX Browns on that JNB to ME last time. That was really nice. I really like tactiles, or like MX Clears, for example. They're pretty nice. Like Lube MX Clears, you know, pretty nice on a PC plate as well. 65 comes silence and factory lube, R1 forehand Bluetooth. Ooh, that's kind of nice, yeah. I don't know. I have to give the R3 a try. I don't like the aesthetic of the R3 Real Force, but yeah. Is it blue badge under the 910 removable? Yes. Yes. Mini TKLs, a few 60s, and Alice is what we need. Alice is, for me, I treat Alice like a 60. It's just 60 with the split in the middle. I kind of feel that way about the Alice because it types like a 60%. The Alice. Because the function key is also there, right? So, like split right shift. So yeah. You do get those extra keys on the left, but yeah. Maybe I use those for like print screen or like page up, page down, that kind of stuff. Alright, I think that's it. That's all I have. Maybe, let's see, what did I do for the V2ME? I guess I just put the... Alright, yeah, maybe I'll do something like, try to do like GMK and CRP or something like that for sound test, but yeah, I might try that. What's your favorite Alice layout keyboard? So I have an Alice, so for a while I used my Alice a lot. And then after that, I really like the Nunu for a long time because it's like lower on the front. It's very comfortable. Or like the Praxis from Ivory, from like the Keyboard Treehouse people, Ivory boards was really nice too. But then right now I think the Dallas is like super nice because it like kind of combines the aesthetic of the Dolphin and the Alice, and I think it's like the peak of what I think of Alice to be. It's really nice. Really like the aesthetic of it too. So but yeah, I think right now like the Dallas is really cool. It's a bit thick, yeah, but that's about it. I think aesthetically speaking though, it's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Probably should call it here, and we can see if anybody's streaming. Let's see. I see Yura is streaming, doing some painting. Inomoshiki, Mr. Frank is streaming, doing some chores. I see Mr. Interloper, creative. Not sure what they're doing. They're doing something. It's Firewired, the building Sharu, design Mystery Sunsetter R2. Okay. I think that's about it. No, I just joined. Oh, you can go back on the VOD. I think I have to go. It's been like 3 hours now, so. Alright, friends, I gotta go. I have a pretty busy week ahead, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. Not sure exactly when it's gonna be. Might be. I wanted to do something before Thursday, but I have some important deadlines and stuff, so maybe I'll probably see you after that. Any rec for a GB to get into for around 300, 350? Ooh, I suggest just checking out mechgroupbuys.com. If you wanna just check different group buys are currently available. Price points I actually don't know, so you just might wanna take a look. Oh, there's also isn't the Hex 3C, the 60%, is that currently on group buy? Hex 3C? The new Hex board, 60%. Is that on group buy right now? Isn't that supposed to be really well priced? Yeah, Hex 3C V2. Yeah, that looks pretty good, and that's under 300. It sounded pretty good. Yeah, 158 bucks. Yeah, that's crazy cheap. That's so nice. All right, I'll probably wrap it up here. I think we will raid Mr. Interloper Creative. Haven't raided him in a bit. I think we raided Frank and Euro before. So let's go do that. Again, if you guys have any comments or any feedback, questions, whatever, you can always check out my socials, and always, you can always come to the Discord and whatnot. But yeah, there's the socials. But all right, friends. Let's see, Miyago raid. Actually, I don't know what to say. What are we doing here? Why should I get another keyboard? Why are you slurping on solder? Why are you slurping solder? Miyago think. Alright, friends. Again, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll post the VOD in 24 hours to YouTube. You'll see it on Twitch until then, and then it'll be on YouTube only after that. And then you'll probably see more pictures and videos or whatever later on. Alright, friends. Take care. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.